Hey, what's up guys, it's Destruccion here with another Rainbow Six Siege video. This time I've got a great selection of tips for the attackers. These tips are geared more for beginners in the game, but are still relevant enough that a veteran may learn a thing or two. But enough of this endless rambling, let's go ahead and get started. Number 1. One of the dirtiest things a defender can do is spawn kill, and sadly it happens often. A defender wanting a quick cheap kill or two will break open a window or door at the start of a round and gun down anyone they see. Though I can honestly say it's still partially the attacker's fault. Knowing that a defender can do this should tell us to cautiously approach the building rather than sprinting headfirst for the first door you see. So when the preparation phase ends and the action phase begins, keep an eye on windows and doors. Look for holes and listen for wood breaking. If you're a nice guy or girl, stay back for a couple seconds and watch the windows while the rest of your team approaches the building. Number 2. Park your drones. Each attacker only comes with 2 drones with the exception of Twitch's shock drone. One drone is used during the preparation phase. Now jumping around like a 5-year-old in his first FPS game may seem like fun, especially when you have a defender find full clips of ammo trying to destroy you. But 9 out of 10 times they destroy the drone. Instead, the moment you find the objective and or identify all your enemies, find a safe location to leave your drone, preferably somewhere the enemy won't spot it and you have a good view on the objective room. This will not only give you eyes inside the room for planning, but it also will allow dead teammates to give you real-time information for coordinating attacks. Number 3. Scout with drones. In Siege, information is everything, and when your information is bad, people die. As I just mentioned, you come equipped with 2 drones. If a hallway looks questionable or you're approaching the objective room, it may be a good idea to toss out your second drone and scout the area ahead. If you want, you can even stay back and scout for your remaining teammates. In this situation, a mic is best as you can call out enemy locations and communicate to them when a room is safe for entering. Number 4. Don't lone wolf. There's only 5 members of each team and no respawns. Death may hurt you, but it hurts your team much more. Sticking with others is the best way to survive. Whether it's someone to watch your back, finish off an enemy, or pick you up when you're down, you'll want a buddy with you at all times. While skill and experience will get you far in Siege, tactics are what truly turn the tide of a battle. Sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad. Number 5. Melee castles barricades. This one I only learned recently, but castles reinforced barricades can surely be destroyed with melees. I'm not exactly sure on the number because sometimes the barricade can take damage prior to you meleeing it, but it's somewhere around 10 melees to destroy a single reinforced barricade. Number 6. Multi-angle breaching. It's no surprise breaching draws a lot of attention, but it also breaks the focus of those in the room. Try breaching from multiple locations, whether they are walls, doors, or trapdoors. This will keep the defending team guessing which area you're actually coming from and reduce the amount of guns trained on a single doorway. Number 7. High jump with drones. I've noticed sometimes when using the attacker's drones, I couldn't reach certain things, like countertops or shelves. But if I angle the camera as high as possible, somehow I make the jump to the location. I've tried this time and time again, and apparently angling the camera fully up increases your jump height. Number 8. Learn and neutralize cameras. One of the defender's greatest strengths are the cameras located throughout the map. This gives them eyes outside the objective room and even outside the building, allowing them to track and identify attackers before they even make contact. As attackers, you're going to want to know the locations of every camera on the map. Then as you find them, destroy them with a single bullet. Defenders that have already been killed can operate these cameras and reveal your positions to their teammates, so you want as few of these active as possible. Number 9. Choosing spawns with drones. This one's for playing ranked multiplayer matches. When it comes to the spawn voting screen, you may want to break up your votes. The location you vote for is the location your drone will spawn in the preparation phase, while the spawn location with the most votes will be the location your entire team spawns during the action phase. So when possible, I suggest spreading out your votes among all the locations, but making sure the location you want to spawn at has more votes than any other. Number 10. Use caution on hostage rescue. Slowly everyone is learning this one the hard way. Fusing the objective room on hostage rescue is an easy way to lose and piss off your teammates. While the smart thing to do is to just use caution, you know there's a hostage in the room, so don't chuck frag grenades in there. But for some reason it's still a struggle. While you can just fuse rooms and hallways where the hostage isn't located, in some cases it's just a better idea to bring a different operator. Number 11. Breaching the unbreachable. It still shocks me how little some people know about breaching and destruction in Siege. For example, some surfaces, even though they aren't breachable, they can be destroyed with a breaching charge or similar gadgets. These can create new openings to fire or throw grenades through. An easy way to detect these is by holding the standard breaching charge. While holding the charge, there's a small light located on it. If the light is red, the charge will have no effect on the target. If the light is green, you can breach. Breaching allows you to actually traverse through the destroyed wall or floor. But if the light turns orange or maybe yellow depending on your TV, this means the surface can be partially destroyed. Number 12. Protect Thermite. In the Defender's Tips video I mentioned this, but I'll say it again. Thermite is one of the greatest necessities of every attacking squad. He's currently the only operator capable of breaching reinforced walls, and he should be protected for that very reason. Should Thermite fall, you'll only be able to breach through unbarricaded walls and doorways. Number 13. Know your operators. This is another one I mentioned in the Defender's Tips video. Knowledge of the operators is a great skill to have. Whether it's armor ratings, weaponry, or even their special gadgets, you want to know these. So I just both playing as all the attackers and defenders and taking note on their defenses, their strengths, weaknesses, and limitations. Number 14. Caution when spotting. Also previously said in the Defender's Tips videos, when using your drones to spot enemies, remember that this does notify them, often leading to them searching for and destroying the drones. Sometimes this can be used to your advantage, but if you don't want to lose your drone, don't spam them. Number 15. Play the objective. Playing the objective in Siege is much more serious than any other game. Neutralizing the entire enemy team will win you the round, but should you find the objective unguarded, it's much better to go for the objective. In fact, in all game modes, the objective should be your highest priority, especially in hostage rescue. Number 16. Crouch behind riot shields. While standing behind riot shields should give you some cover, it isn't the best, which is why I recommend crouching. Standing up leaves the upper body completely exposed and usually doesn't end well. Coordinating will be necessary, but crouch behind the riot shield to decrease your size on the other player's screen and increase your protection. Number 17. Snipers and windows. GLAZ'S may be the only official sniper, but this tactic can be used for almost any attacker. Some objective rooms have windows that we all know can be breached. But even if you don't intend on entering through the window, it may be a good idea to coordinate with a squad mate. One of you could blow the window while the other one stays back at a location with a clear view through the window. Defenders easily get impatient and hopeful. Some will take a peek, some will try to bore up the window. Then there's the unfortunate few that forget about the window when the bullets start to fly. When the opportunity arises, you should swiftly put them down. Number 18. Not your typical FPS. Siege is much different than other FPS games like Call of Duty, Halo, and Battlefront. As such, you'll likely need to alter your playstyle. Things like sprinting around the map are easy ways to get killed. With Siege, play cautiously and tactically. Plan ahead and keep in mind that you can easily die from a single bullet. Number 19. Minimizing destruction. This one is specifically for the more defensive objectives, like when you're capturing the area in secure area or defending the bomb in bomb defusal. Remember, for every hole you make in the wall, the defenders can use that against you. Unnecessary destruction can very easily backfire later on in a round, and if you've already secured the objective room, I don't recommend breaking more walls or doors. Number 20. Sweep, lean, and check corners. This one is common knowledge, but I feel it still needs to be said. Defenders are sneaky, so you'll need to be smart on your approach to the objective room. Some like to roam on different floors and then flank you when the action starts up. Others will tuck themselves in corners or even go prone to limit the chances of you spotting them. So make sure to make use of that lean mechanic and clear rooms as you proceed to the objective. If you have a drone inside the room, I suggest checking to make sure all the defenders are with the objective. Or like I mentioned earlier, scout ahead with the drone you still have. Number 21. Don't shuffle with riot shields. It's sometimes tricky trying to effectively block using the riot shields. Crouching to cover your lower body and centering your shield on the greatest threat are good practice. It's also smart not to shuffle back and forth. The movement actually creates a small space between the bottom of your shield and the ground. An accurate defender can use this opening to place a couple rounds in your feet. Number 22. GLAZ'S can pierce castle's barricades. This last one comes from Chris Baldwin. GLAZ'S sniper rifle has one of the highest penetrations of any gun in the game. It's so good that he can actually fire through castle's reinforced barricades. Though it can be difficult to utilize this because you can't see through the barricade, unless someone spotted an enemy. And apparently the sniper rifle can also pierce the windows on the presidential plane. So there you have it, guys and gals, 22 tips for playing the attackers. If you have any questions, suggestions, or additional tips, please drop them down in the comment section below. I will of course be uploading more Siege videos, so if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you haven't heard yet, I have returned to Twitch, where I'll try to do some regular streams for all the games I play. And remember, you can always find me on Facebook, Twitter, and PSN. As always, all links are in the description below.